can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to cry. You can't fool me again.
What we gonna eat no money, what we at you, eat no at you. Covid money, miss away in the little rat you. Use the youth, the money, waste my must have manti statue. Say me like a catch you, but me got in a figure you. Take the spit of money, girl, and say that it's not you. One day the man above end up in my gut up. Too much eating at the kitchen, some a fly well like a patu. My singers and DJs and social media's coming at you.
It burn me.
300% raise.
It burn me.
Garbage pile of the day.
It burn me.
Give the teacher them raise.
It burn me.
I see corruption please.
It burn me.
Mash down the people them house.
It burn me.
Every day appear arms out.
It burn me.
Appear money them a thief.
It burn me.
And them a sell out the beach.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. You touch up line and a resort to cry. You can't fool me again.
Come me say dig up all the charities and all of the givers. Some a go like say them powerful, me no make a bigger. The urgent the promises, none of them not deliver. Cut up the youth, them rap and they down in our river. Member bold money and they lie them tell. Corruption smell and they pocket them swell. When police don't a market like Satan out of hell, go mash up people start like thief when them sell.
It burn me.
Or they treat the market man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the cat man.
It burn me.
Or they treat the peanut man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the dirt man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat the son man.
It burn me.
Or them a treat policeman.
It burn me.
How them a treat soldier man.
It burn me.
How them a treat everyone.
Can't fool me again. You can't fool me again. You hold me down for a very long time. Can't buy sugar, we can't buy lime. Can't buy scallion, we can't buy time. You can't fool me again. Can't fool me again. You can't.
Stibby dim day. We in Global TV says certain kind of friend we no keep. And some informer friend we love like. We in Global, bona fake friend and bona tape. We in Global, we not promote them, we not support them. Look at them on the cheek, come here represent for. We in Global TV, check it.
Yes, good evening, all. Good evening, and welcome to Global Television. Good evening to those on TikTok, to those on the X, to those on Twitch, on Facebook, of course, on YouTube. Good evening and welcome to Global TV. It is almost an hour for the United Kingdom to ring in 2024. And we are hanging out with you prior to the United Kingdom celebration, because if you know anything about the United Kingdom on a night like tonight, it's about time where we're making our way to the streets if we are already not on the streets. So thank you for being here with us. I want to say to everyone who has stopped by on my page, who have texted me, who have called me to say happy birthday. Thank you all very much. I really appreciate your gestures and your support. It is very much appreciated. Another thing is I thank you all for standing with me in 2023. I appreciate the support you have all given me throughout the last few months. Thank you very much. In 2024, I look forward to serve you, the people, which is my intention as always, to serve you, the people. It is my mission, my aim, my intention, and it is the goal that I am and will be working towards. But in this short live tonight, I want to say to all those in the vlogging community who has made Jamaica and the issues of Jamaica their priority. I do have issue with some words. I want to say to you, thank you very much for looking out for the people of Jamaica, brand Jamaica, our beautiful country, which all of us on the social justice front, it is our aim and vision to really see changes in our country, to see the crime and corruption and lack of employment and lack of public services. These are the things that we dedicate our time to in educating the people to say we can do better as a country. We deserve better as a people. There is enough resources that should create better for all of us and for future generations. So for those on the social justice front of vlogging, thank you for the work that you have been doing and continue to do so in 2024 and beyond, because it is our duty, it is our job. If we want a better Jamaica, it is our duty to make sure we work towards a better Jamaica, and we do everything in our power to make sure we have a better Jamaica. So 2024, I am dedicated to the work, and I hope you all stand with me, stand with us who are in the social justice front to make sure that we create a better Jamaica for future generations. We shouldn't be leaving worse than what we got. So we should all make sure that our work is focused on fixing our country. And I want to pause tonight to say good evening to Prime Minister Andrew Holness with the badman and gunman friend them. Did you attend Pele Black's party last night? I also want to say good evening to Dr. Horace Chang, the Minister of National Security and gang-related illegal gun shipment into our country. Good evening, Dr. Chang. Good evening to the international dunce, the Minister of Information, Nestor Morgan. Good evening. Good evening to Fitzbailey, the corrupt pastor of a police and assistant deputy commissioner, whatever you are. When are you going to arrest and charge Julian Silveira? We are coming after all of you for 2024. If you think we were given problems in 2023, be aware that we are coming for you all. And we're coming for you all. We're taking back our country. It is our country to take back, and we are coming back for our country. For too long, we have allowed our country to be run by criminal and corrupt politicians. It is time for us to take our country back, and next hour into the few hours we move into 2024. And it will be a different ball game with us and the politicians, because we know that in the next few weeks, we will be in election mode, and the lies and the promises, the propaganda, and possibly the political violence will turn a notch up. It is what we are used to. But it is not something that we have to or must tolerate. Hence, all of us need to come on board, creating the Jamaica we want, creating peace and a lesser crime-prone society. We have to get on board. There's no need for us continuously waiting and calling for politicians to fix and curb crime in our society. If we have a Minister of National Security who is distributing container of guns across the island, who is removing bullets from gang and dons within his constituency and not reporting it to the police as Minister of National Security, to a Prime Minister who is Don and gang affiliated, who is the Minister of Defense. We're never going to get criminals to fix crime in our country. We are never going to get criminals to fix crime in our country. It is for us to get on board and fix the problem for future generation, not for us. Not for us. We must not just focus on the immediate fix for us. Fix Jamaica for your children and grandchildren. Based on the pushback you see from politicians in Jamaica with regards to the letter from Dr. Francis and others, it shows us what they are concerned about. And it's pretty much funding. The overarching issue for them is just that you're going to mess with our money. The Jamaican Diaspora Council, which is not quite well known by a lot of us in the diaspora, which is an organization seemingly run by the Labour government and the Department of Foreign Affairs, because of them chair and elect and all sort of malarkey. So it's a JLP affair with its friends abroad. Missy Canto Nesta them have come out and a quarrel over them logo. But let me say to the Jamaican Diaspora Council who are iggy about their logo, Eat the logo off the letter, the words still stand. Because the 30 you are, the 3,000 you are, how much ever of you do not represent the millions of us in the diaspora. So eat the logo off because the wording of the letter still stands. And Dr. Rupert and Dr. Francis and others have the full support of a lot of us in the diaspora. So eat the logo off. We are going to continue push forward. And I want to ask this organization something. Are you assisting the Jamaica Labour Party in any form of money laundering? Or can you give us any information as to how the funds that you have collected in the diaspora to help all those initiatives that you all have lined out: education, crime, healthcare, agriculture, blah, de, blah, de, blah. Give us a breakdown of how the money you have, the donations you have collected in the diaspora, how has it helped any of the initiatives at home that we've raised? Nestor Morgan, international dunce, said Jamaica is less corrupt under this administration than any other. You've seen the level of nepotism in the administration you serve, Nestor Morgan. Tell me where else in the Western Hemisphere, have you seen a husband and a wife in a democratic parliament sitting as legislators? Jamaica don't have a first lady. Jamaica don't have a first lady because she's a politician. She's a legislator. So I don't understand why you find it so hard to see the very corruption in front of your eyes. Where, all right, let us accept that Juliet is an MP. She never satisfies, so she should just be the first lady of the country. Make we satisfy and okay. Say Juliet Holness is an MP. You don't see any conflict of interest in Andrew Holness giving Juliet any government job at all other than being an MP. Don't you think it would show conflict of interest any cabinet post Juliet Holness is given? You not see no corruption there, sir? You don't see any corruption with the wife of the Prime Minister, a member of the legislature. She has a lot to do with the constituency fund. I think she's chair the constituency fund. It means the money is distributed within that family. She also became the leader of the House following Dalrymple fall. You don't see no problem where the business of the country is headed by one house, the Prime Minister and the leader of our parliament, who decides what question get asked at the dispatch box. And you don't see anything corrupt about that? How much have the Jamaican diaspora collected in donations for the Jamaica Labour Party? If the Jamaican diaspora want to stand on footing, then they should come out here and wash transparency in front of us. Tell us how much you have collected in donation and have submitted to the government. And to your knowledge, how the government has used those funds. Otherwise, we are going to start ask questions about money laundering. So if uno in the south of England representative or the north of England representative, we have a lot of questions to ask over here. We want to know if there's any money laundering schemes going on with the Jamaica Labour Party and the Jamaican Global Diaspora Council. Because we don't come out with a big toe scratch on it. All because we don't get called out. When government get called out. You all come out very iggy. But the people must not let this die. It must ring fast into the new year, and we are going to take a stand. Election is coming. The lies will be growing. The misinformation will be spreading like wildfire. It is this election will be different from any other, because 2020, when you tricked us in 2020, Andrew Holness, because everybody was blinded by the fear of dying from that what was at the time. And you played into the popularity you got for your handling of what was then. And you tricked us, and you got an illegitimate so-called landslide. You are not going to trick us this time, because a lot of us has come out on the front of social justice since that last election. You are not going to have it easy this time, because we are lying await watching to dispel your lies. It is our job to call out the lies that you and your team will be telling. You all told a lot at conference recently. But we know that in the next few weeks, we will be moving into an election. Locally, we don't know if you're going to trick us into a general election as well. But we must, as a people, be awoken and focused. We have been sleeping for too long. One of the most rebellious nation in the Western Hemisphere has gone in deep sleep, and it has allowed government, present and successive, to take the absolute liberty with us. Let us take a new direction in 2023, in 2024 rather. Let us take a new direction in 2024. A direction to create for the future. A direction to create for your children and grandchildren. Avoid the length of your hand that you're looking at now. Avoid the length of your hand that you're looking at now. Look at 50 or 100 years ahead of us and see what we can implement now that will stand the test of time 100, 200 years from now. These are the forward-thinking plans that we need to be making as a people. We're moving into a different world, a multipolar world, where more countries become powerful. If we get lost in this new race, we are going to be subjecting future generations to failure. The freedom we stand on now was fought for vehemently and protected. It is why we have them now. It is our duty to build on those for future generation. And that means taking our country back from those who've messed up our country and who use our country for crime and their economic advantages. So we're going to come after the Prime Minister and his gang affiliation. We're going to come after the Minister of National Security and his illegal gun trafficking and gang affiliation. We're going to call out corrupt police. We're continuously asking for the Minister of National Security and the Commissioner of Police to resign. The inexperienced Commissioner of Police and the criminal Minister of National Security, we are calling for their swift resignation in 2024. We must mobilize ourselves as a people to take our country back. The talking alone will not do. We have to mobilize ourselves. Take examples from other major democracies across the world. We cannot continue to jump the tune. We live in a democracy. We are a democracy. We live in a democracy. We are a democracy. How much are you willing to stand up and protect your democracy? How much are you willing to stand up and protect your democracy? Do you see a risk to your democracy? Do you see any risk of your democracy slipping away from you? These are questions we need to ask ourselves, and not only ask ourselves those questions, but to make sure we come up with lasting solution that will ring fence protection for 10 generations ahead of us. My goal for 2024 is to continue to serve you, the people. So therefore, as I've already announced, I will be coming on with additional programs for 2024. They will start in January. I will not be giving you a date as yet, but those two additional programs will start in January. And one will broadcast at lunchtime UK, which is about 1 o'clock Jamaica time. 7 a.m. rather, Eastern time. That will be more like a paper review, looking at what's in the papers and all that, as well as an evening time program, 6 p.m. UK time, which would be 1 p.m., I think, 1 p.m. Eastern time. And that program will be Drive Time London, because that's during the rush hour period of everybody getting home, and lunchtime global. So during that time, it will be generally lunchtime in the Eastern Hemisphere. So those are the two programs that will be coming on for January. So that's to remind you and give you a heads up that we are coming on with more program. And Drive Time London Lunchtime Global will be more like a fun conversational program. It will be an interactive program where people can call in and say what's happening in the neck of their woods at the moment, whether you are in the UK and you're driving home from work, or you just got home from work, or you're in the other side of the pond where it's Eastern time and you want to tap into whatever is going on in the conversation, say what's going on in your part of the world. So I'm hoping for that one to be a very much interactive program. Also, a part of the morning, the lunchtime broadcast, where I'll be going through the mainly Jamaican papers. I will also look at issues in the UK papers as well. But that's another area for discussion as well, where we can discuss what the major topics is for the day in the papers, similar to like a radio program where the radio would do a paper review, and then we have conversation on what's been broadcast. So it's a way to keep us all in tune with the issues and to focus on what we all need to focus on to push us forward as a people, because we cannot just continue to say we want a better Jamaica and all of us not willing to come on board and work hard for a better Jamaica. It is our duty to make sure it is done. I want to thank all of you who are here tonight. All of you who are here, thank you very much. I wouldn't want the new year to ring in without me having a conversation with you all. So thank you very much for being here. Thank you. I wish nothing but greatness for you all for 2024. And Wayne and Global TV is moving forward for 2024 and focusing on the mission of the people. Global TV will move forward and focus on the issue of the people. I have gone through many twists and turns for the end of the year, but as always, I knew what my mission is and was, and it will be the center of focus, because what matters most What matters most is fixing our country. Shall I tell you a bit of secret about what happened to me today? Last night I had a Magnum, and the one Magnum threw me off. Today I then had a glass of champagne, and I died for about 3 hours. And you know what? I will be going out in the next couple of hours. I will be going to get ready now to make my way out on the street where celebration is tantamount across the UK tonight. So thank you all for being here. I really appreciate your support, and I look forward to even supporting you much more. A dedicated support in 2024 and beyond. So tell your family and your friends that 2024 Global TV is centered and focused on the business of the people, not the business of critics or those with ill will, but the business of the people. And before I go tonight, I want to say to you, Happy New Year. I wish you prosperity, abundance, and most of all, I wish for you peace of mind. Thank you very much for supporting me. I really, really appreciate your support. And I look forward for your continuous support for 2024 and beyond, because Global TV is dedicated to the work of the people. Thanks to those on TikTok, to those on the Twitch, the X, Facebook, and YouTube. Good from Global TV, and I wish for you a prosperous 2024. Good night, and we will see you tomorrow.